Okay, my brothers and sisters in Fiji, I've been thinking about this and I wanted to say something. Um, we have this election, and there was a lot of tension in this election. And I've seen some videos that people after the election have made some comments. People have made videos, they dancing around villages, they are dancing around just because their party won. And some videos that's dancing in the video. Now, this is something I disagree with. I'm not going to take anybody's side, but it is wrong. It's over. This election's over. Now, it did go some people's way, it did not go the others. You have to understand one thing. We are the people of the land. We need to be together. We need to act like a family. Doesn't matter whose way it go. It does not matter. What you need to do is make peace and believe. You have to understand one thing. That's about 300 people. 300,000 people did not go their way. Their votes did not count. In other words, they voted for somebody that didn't win. Now, just imagine 300,000 people. That's a lot of people. And you're going to dance on them and you are going to show them. What are you showing? You're not showing much. What are you doing is you're making people angry. You're making 300,000 people angry. A good man that thought, that government could do better for them. You're making them a criminal. You're pissing them off. And it could be a neighbor. That neighbor was a good man, good people. Now what you did, it made him mad. And that neighbor comes down and does something to you, beats you up, anything. Do you blame that neighbor? You really blame that neighbor did that? Now blame yourself. You blame yourself because what you have done. You dance in front of him. You know what? Stop doing that. Stop doing that. You have to love your brothers and sisters. After all, you still have to live amongst each other. So what you need to do is, talk to them. Make peace between them. Work out things, and make sure that he starts to think the way you think, or maybe you start to think the way he thinks. You must have made a mistake by voting the government, or the other way around. You made a good decision, he made a mistake by his government. You can't just hold against the people. Now, next time, you might think that, this government after 4 years didn't do anything for you. Well, then vote the government that you think will make, better policies. Now, when coming to the policy decision, this election wasn't all about policy. This election was about race. It was all about race. It was about who you voted wasn't about policy. Very few people, just a handful, minority people that has voted on the policies, and the ones, most of them have voted just because it was going towards his race. No, it's not supposed to be that way. Get educated. I would say the next generation, send your kids to school, let them think, have them a high school, college education, let them think. You don't need to vote on race just because he doesn't look like you, just because he's favoring you. It don't have to be voted towards him. So the race, this is all about race, so let's just get over it. Let's just get over it. Meet the people, love your people, love your neighbor, and change this thing. Now on the policies, if a government make a policy of if you have 1 million people and 900,000 people have benefit out of it, 100,000 people have not benefit out of it. Now you have to think about it. The 100,000 people, it did not work towards them. It did not go the way they wanted. It does not. The policy does not benefit him. You have to ask one question: what are those 900,000 people doing right that it works for them, and what is 100,000 people doing wrong that is not working for them? That's a question you need to ask. I think, I believe, if that policy works for 900,000 people and it doesn't work for 100,000 people, a very small majority of people, it's a great policy. So I don't know what the policies are, but I'm just giving you examples here. My main concern was about this dancing and, um, intimidating people. What you need to do is, now it's over, you know, take the Fiji Fest posters down. Flags don't need to be raised anymore. Only flag you should be holding is Fiji flag. That's the only flag you should be holding. And I think each and every one should be holding that flag. And when you hold that flag, you're holding the people, you're holding their hands. Just imagine, it's not a flag. It's you. It's your neighbor. It's not just a next door neighbor. It's the people of Fiji. You're holding them together. Just hold each other, and stop this bigotry, hatred. It's a four-letter word, hate. Change it to four-letter word, love. Make Fiji a better place to live. And it goes around, to everybody in the world. Make the world a better place to live. I'm specifically talking about Fiji right now. So, all this, I thought about it a lot. Some of the things I don't want to say. I don't really usually make videos. I never made a video. This is my first one. And when I start seeing things and I start seeing people saying and it starts, all this dancing around, it really hurt me, disturbed me. It really did. You guys need to think about it. What are you doing? What are you really doing? That's 300,000 people. It didn't go that way. Are you gonna go ahead and dance around and make them mad? It could be your family that didn't vote for whoever you voted for. Your neighbor, your father voted for somebody, your brother. And so now you're gonna break your relationship? No, you can't do that. So you cherry picking who you want to be with and who you don't want to be with. No, you don't do that. Each and every one of them are your brothers and sisters. And when you vote for somebody, A lot of people have this really thinking mentality. They vote for themselves. It doesn't work for me. No, this is good, and I want this. I want that. I. It's all I. You don't vote for I. You vote for we. We the people, and especially you vote for your children. You vote for your grandchildren. You vote for the future. This is, you can deal with this, but you want something that is better for your kids, your children. And that's how it's a family is raised. PG is a family. It's a big family. And I'm proud of that family. I'm part of that family. And proud. So stop the bigotry and stop the hate. And what you need to do is meet the people, maybe in your village or anywhere your friends didn't vote. Meet them, talk to them. Don't bring this election up, and just go for a cup of tea. Invite them, talk to each other, make friends, grow into each other. Make sure they understand you, you understand them. You don't hate them, you know. Bring the love back up again. It's already, the love is buried too deep in the ground. Dig it out, work it out. It's not gonna happen in one day, but we will. If you work towards it, it will. Don't just sit there and talk about it. He did this, he did that. For example, we have this culture for many, many years. A neighbor brings a car home, buys a car, brings it home. Happy, children's come out, then, they start looking and jumping in and out of the car. What happens? The neighbor, couple neighbors down, from village people, they sit there, they get together, they talk about him. Hey, listen, he got the car. I wonder what he's doing. He's working for this company. He must have stole a lot of money. Or he must have got the money from somewhere else. Or his father paid. All these things. What you're doing is taking a step back. More you talk about it, more you think about it. You're taking so many steps back. All you need to do is just say, hey, go to that person like, you know what? I want to know what you're doing right, man. I want this for my family. I want this for my children. I want to have a better life just like you do. Let's share it. He might not have more than you do, but he's out there to work and make it better. And that's what all probably is. So you go out there, talk to them, and ask them, how can I get one of those? That's a step. That's a big step forward. And then you start working on it, make it better, and you help the other one. Say, hey, I did this, man. I'm getting better now. Things are getting better. My kids are educated now. We can afford this, and all I have to do is just get up out there and work and work and work, and that's it. Our thinking is so backwards, and we take steps more further down that buries our mind, and the heads are in the sand now. You know. So please, stop it. Stop it. You have to believe in it. Believe in the system. We have came a long, long ways. Long ways. When look at our history. We went back to so far. We were known as people. We were not even known. A lot of people around the world didn't even know who Fiji is, what Fiji is. Fiji is something, or island, or people, or a food to eat, or whatever. And we came back out on the surface. People are starting to recognize. Look at our rugby team, and the world is recognizing us. Gold medal, first gold medal. So these things that if you look at other positive things what Fiji is doing or people are doing, all you have to do is join them. Hand to hand, hold their hands, join them, march forward. Don't step on each other. You don't have to be stuck on our history. Oh, well, history says this. My history is this. You don't have to. You don't have to um, stuck on that. History is made to change. You can change the history, make it better. You don't have to go back hundreds of years and look at that. Make it a better history. You can change the history. And I believe our new generation is going to do that. Our education system is a lot better. Great. I think everybody should be educated. Go, think, instead of listening, sitting there with, you know, with our older generation talking about all these bad things and bad histories. You don't need to do that. Move forward, learn more, and make it a better place. Uh, I I will be looking at the comments and probably some criticism, bad ones, good ones, but it's okay. Uh, you you're entitled for it. You can write what you want, but think about it before you write. It's not about you. It's about us. It's about the people. Make this world a better place to live. We can we can be the example of the world. We can be the example of the world. Let's be one of them. Okay, my folks. Peace. Please stop those videos, bigotries before the election. It was a lot. Some people really, I can, made me laugh, made me sad, made me angry. What they were posting, comments, all those things need to go now. Start fresh. Wake up in the morning. Say hi to everybody you pass by. Hello, Bula. Everything you do it for the people. Come back home. Teach your family. Meet your friends. Meet your neighbors. Everybody. Live in peace. Please. I'm not gonna be making any videos. This just was inside me. I was so mad, and it's sad that I had to do that. Um, I'll be watching. Everything goes around in Fiji. If I have to, I will, but I'll try not to. I don't really try to get into this. Thank you, my friend. All my friends, Fiji, my people, my brothers and sisters. Peace.